Butrint in Saranda, Albania. Butrint was an ancient Greek and later Roman city and bishopric in Epirus. Inhabited since prehistoric times, Bouthrotum was a city of the Greek tribe of the Chaonians, later a Roman colony and a bishopric. It entered into decline in late antiquity, before being abandoned during the Middle Ages after a major earthquake flooded most of the city. In modern times it is an archaeological site in Vlorë County, Albania, some 14 kilometers south of Saranda and close to the Greek border. It is located on a hill overlooking the Vivari Channel and is part of the Butrint National Park. Today Bouthrotum is a Latin Catholic titular see. The city is considered as one of the most important archaeological sites in Albania. On the strength of the immense wealth of cultural, historical, and natural value with a considerable history, Butrint was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1992 and further a national park in 2000. Butrint has a special atmosphere created by a combination of archaeology, monuments, and nature in the Mediterranean. With its hinterland it constitutes an exceptional cultural landscape, which has developed organically over many centuries. Butrint has escaped aggressive development of the type that has reduced the heritage value of most historic landscapes in the Mediterranean region. It constitutes a very rare combination of archaeology and nature. The property is a microcosm of Mediterranean history, with occupation dating from 50,000 BC, at its earliest evidence, up to the 19th century AD. Prehistoric sites have been identified within the nucleus of Butrint, the small hill surrounded by the waters of Lake Butrint and Vivari Channel, as well as in its wider territory. From 800 BC until the arrival of the Romans, Butrint was influenced by Greek culture, bearing elements of a polis and being settled by Chaonian tribes. In 44 BC Butrint became a Roman colony and expanded considerably on reclaimed marshland, primarily to the south across the Vivari Channel, where an aqueduct was built. In the 5th century AD Butrint became an episcopal center, it was fortified and substantial early Christian structures were built. After a period of abandonment, Butrint was reconstructed under Byzantine control in the 9th century. Butrint and its territory came under Angevin and then Venetian control in the 14th century. Several attacks by despots of Epirus and then later by Ottomans led to the strengthening and extension of the defensive works of Butrint. At the beginning of the 19th century, a new fortress was added to the defensive system of Butrint at the mouth of the Vivari Channel. It was built by Ali Pasha, an Albanian Ottoman ruler who controlled Butrint and the area until its final abandonment. The fortifications bear testimony to the different stages of their construction from the time of the Greek colony until the Middle Ages. The most interesting ancient Greek monument is the theatre, which is fairly well preserved. The major ruin from the Paleo-Christian era is the baptistry, an ancient Roman monument adapted to the cultural needs of Christianity. Its floor has a beautiful mosaic decoration. The Paleo-Christian basilica was rebuilt in the 9th century and the ruins are sufficiently well preserved to permit analysis of the structure. The property is of sufficient size, 200 hectares, to include a significant proportion of the attributes which express its outstanding universal value. The buried archaeological sites, standing ruins, and historic buildings are sufficiently intact. While the World Heritage property Butrint does not suffer significantly from adverse effects of development or neglect, there are vulnerabilities, such as increases in seasonal water levels, the need for better coordination of conservation works and archaeological excavations, vegetation growth, and structural instability of some monuments. There are also some pressures from modern development, including roads and urban expansion around the property. Nonetheless, Butrint still is an excellent case of preservation of ancient and medieval urban occupation. The surrounding landscape provides the context for the past urban change at Butrint. The authenticity of the World Heritage property Butrint is related to its excellent preservation on a site where the changing human interaction with the environment can be observed in the surviving monuments, the below-ground archaeology and the surrounding landscape. The quality of the restoration and conservation work carried out since 1924 has been high. Later interventions have abided by contemporary standards as set out in the 1964 Venice Charter. Like us and join us at Extreme Collections for more fun and knowledge.